Oh, and forgot to add this little detail. Because I know the way things have been going with the airlines, they offer trip insurance for a nominal fee. It's like 17 bucks a one-time payment. I figured if anything happens with the flight, at least I'd be covered and I'd be able to get on my entire fee. Here we go. The total trip cost was about 260 bucks. Anyway, I bought the trip insurance hoping that that would cover any events like this, only to find out, guess what? It only covers events of technical difficulties with the plane or bad weather cancellations. Doesn't cover overbooking at all. The best they could do for me at the airport, so I was told, was I could get a credit to use on my next flight. Right. After this experience, that's kind of like going to a restaurant, as I blogged in another place earlier, getting a hamburger and finding a rat hair in it. And when you tell the manager about what you found, being given vouchers or coupons for 10 more hamburgers from the same place. Like that's what you really want to have for compensation. I don't think so. You know, I know that shit like this happens, not just with AirTran, but with other airlines too, United, Delta. Customer service all the way around, especially with the airlines, has just gone down the crapper, basically. But the way the travel industry is going, you would think that they would try to be more accommodating and upgrade their customer service so that people would still be inclined to fly. That ain't happening. I'm willing to bet that if enough people out there are having the same kind of experiences that I had with AirTran yesterday, that's the reason why they're either staying home, going to places that are closer to home, or just, basically saying, well, I don't need this shit. We don't have the money for it. We have to decide between gas, prescriptions, and food anyway, not to mention trying to keep the mortgage payments or the rent payments up. Why should I even bother flying? There are already facets of the travel industry that are hurting now as it is. Hotels are not seeing the usual reservations that they get from years past. People are scaling back on conventions, on attending different out-of-town functions, the whole 9 yards. But it's going to get worse for them. It really is. Especially with experiences like this becoming more and more commonplace. So, long story short, I have lost the opportunity to make some new memories with some old friends, which is something I was looking forward to. And now, if they schedule another reunion, say in the next 5-10 years, that's when I'll get my next chance. And let me tell you, I am damn sure gonna have a plan B in place, and I'm also going to do my damnedest to find an alternative way to get there, because flying, for right now, I am not keen on flying. And not because I have a fear of flying, but because of experiences like this. My estimation is the next time I fly, it will probably be when they have another team building event at work that we're required to go to, and they make all the arrangements so that if this happens, c'est la vie. I'm not having to pay for it. All I gotta do is show up and be there. But yeah, I think this pretty much scotches any plans that I was making for going out of town. And my partner and I were having difficulties as it was trying to find a good window of opportunity when the money was right, the schedule was right, and the place we wanted to go to was right. So our usual trips to Atlanta and Vegas that we tried to allow for in the past few years, it doesn't look like a lot of that's going to happen this year. And it's sad and it's disappointing, but it's become part of what you have to accept, the way things are. So especially with this economy. Our next president cannot get into the White House fast enough, as far as I'm concerned. Because a lot of this goes back to good old Georgie Porgy and his wonderful way of doing things. But that still doesn't help resolve the immediate problem I have at hand. I have written a very, very angry email to AirTran. I promise I didn't use any 4 and 12 letter words, although I was feeling it and I was really, really tempted to do that. But I kept it civil, if very sharp, and of course got an automatic form letter saying that they would address the issue within the next 72 hours. We'll see. But basically, nothing's going to make me any happier unless I get a complete chargeback of all those fees to my debit card. And I will definitely consider this a lesson learned. If it's not driving, if it's not the train, which in a lot of cases it's just as expensive as flights, and if it's not, God forbid, Greyhound, I'm staying home. So there's my tale of woe. If you have one, feel free to email me with it, or to put it in a comment on this video, or even post a video response and let me know what kind of horror stories you have from recently or even a few years past with the airlines and the way things have been going since the downturn with customer service, and also the crazy, insane increase with fuel prices that are being passed down to us and making the mess a lot messier. But that's it for now. That's basically my installment this time, the 2 cents worth. It's more of a rant than an editorial, so forgive me for that. And the next time, I promise that I'll have something more along the lines of an editorial. So I will be talking to y'all later. Thank you for listening, and take care.